The gate has the number 14 carved on it, that way you know what route it leads to. Indeed it is. And that is exactly where I want to go because I think for now we're done with Lumio City. Let's move on to the next part of our journey. But first of all, let's see what's going on in here. Hello. Cafes sure are strange places, don't you think? The people sitting in the cafe watch the people who walk past, and the people who walk past watch the people who are sitting in the cafe. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. I mean, me, quite often, if I'm sitting at a bar or something, I'd just like to sit near the window and just people watch while I'm having a drink. So, yeah, I can totally relate to that, actually. Greetings, sir. This is the gates to Route 14. Why, thank you very much. What about you? Hello. To make Lumio City even more beautiful, all of the power lines have been laid underground. Very smart, that. But now we're going to head to Route 14 because, aha, sure enough, Trevor should be here waiting for us. Oh, as well as Serena. You arrived very quickly. I'm not sure about that. I mean, I literally did a little bit of sightseeing, and I also spent quite a bit of time walking around an art museum. So, your definition of quickly is very, it's something, let's put it that way. Oh, hi DJ. We were just comparing how complete our Pokédexes are. I won, of course. I'll leave filling up the Pokédex to you guys, Trevor. I don't like it when everyone does the same thing anyway. DJ, let's compare how many Pokemon we've seen, just like we always do. This time, let's compare how many Pokemon we've seen in the Mountain Kalos Pokédex. To put it another way, I'm challenging you to my own kind of Pokemon battle. So I've seen 13 different kinds of Pokemon. Oh, I think I can already tell you lost, considering you did the crying animation there before you even said this. Oh, so you've seen Gibble too? I certainly have. I've seen and caught it, and it's even evolved into a Gabite. Just knowing about the same Pokemon as someone else can sure make you happy. There sure are many different kinds of Pokemon in Kalos. Now it's my turn. Let's have a Pokemon battle. Alright then. We'll have a battle. In fact, when was the last time we had a battle? Was it in Coumarine City? Serena? I think it was. Anyway, immediately starting off with Meowstic. I'm starting with Gabite, but I might switch Pokemon. But we'll go for it for now. Oh, of course you're going to use Fake Out. I mean, that's fine. I'm just gonna go digging, all right? Okay, that did quite a bit on Gabite, I have to admit. So I'm not at all confident about this. Wow, that was actually a critical hit. Okay, we are going to switch Pokemon. You're probably going to use another Psychic attack. So, can't use Chestnut. I could theoretically use Lucario. I'll tell you what. What do I do? Let's bring out Lapras. Lapras should be able to withstand quite a bit of quite a few hits. Wow, another critical hit. What's with all the critical hits? Okay, sure enough, you survived that, but as long as we survive this psychic attack, which of course we don't, because once again it's another critical hit, because I swear this game is really starting to play games with me. Also, I know what your last Pokemon's going to be, so I need to bear that in mind. But for now, let's bring out Charmeleon. And just use Fire Fang for now. I don't know why you used Disarming Voice, that hardly did anything. I don't know why you use an attack like that, but you do what you want to do, Serena. Ooh, level 36, that's gonna be huge. Lucario's grew to level 40. I should probably switch off the experience share in a bit. Because the only Pokemon I really need to bump up the levels is Gabite. Although to a lesser extent, I also need to train up certain other Pokemon, so... yeah. We'll give it a go. But in the meantime, let's use Lucario. Let's use Power Up Punch against this Absol. It should be absolutely no problem for you, Lucario. Although the sooner you can learn another strong fighting type move, the better. Chestnut grew to level 41. Yeah, I really need to turn off experience share after this because no, I'm not going to make you learn that, so let's forget that. Let's not bother with Mudshot. And Delphox, okay, yeah, you fully evolved your Pokemon, but if Lucario's faster, you might still be able to attack, and I do have Bone Rush, so we'll give this a go. See what happens. Okay, good. 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 Excellent. Nicely done there, Lucario. And Scolipede grew to level 34. Gabite level 33. I mean, it is nice to see those Pokemon level up. But at the same time, you know what? I keep saying I probably should turn off the experience share because it might make things a bit too easy with some of the Pokemon. But at the same time, considering a lot of the Pokemon we just battled at the previous gym were a little bit higher level than some of the Pokemon I got in my squad right now, maybe it's not a bad idea. And besides, this is a casual Let's Play. I'm not trying to make things like as purposely challenging as possible. This is just a nice little chill playthrough. There are plenty of other people who do challenge-specific Let's Plays of games like Pokemon X and Y, so there's always that, but there you go. I really enjoy battling with you, but I'm getting tired of losing every time. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? But what doesn't suck? Oh ho 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 ho! Charmeleon's evolving! Sweet. Now we've got some serious firepower now with Charizard. Sweet, Charmeleon evolved into Charizard. And you want to learn Wing Attack? You know what? That could actually be useful. I mean, I'm gonna make you forget Rock Tomb. I mean, I only taught you Rock Tomb just so we, well, only because I thought we were potentially going to battle against an Emolga in the Lumiose gym. And turns out we did, and it did come in handy, in fact. So, you know what? That worked out pretty well. Even though that gym battle did end up being a little bit more challenging than I thought it would be. Although, admittedly, some of my Pokemon were a little bit low levels, which is probably why I'm kind of keen on maybe keeping the experience share on for the time being. Oh hey, here's Shauna. Wow, that was a really intense battle. Oh hi Shauna, when did you start watching? So where's Tierney? He's at the Fighting Dojo. I called it! I called it! I knew he would end up there. Really? The Fighting Dojo? Sorry I'm late everybody. I was having so much fun with a sparring dance that I totally lost track of time. So Tierno, have you found any good Pokemon for your dance team? Yep, I sure did. I'm super close to my ideal dance team. That's great, good for you. Also, I called it, didn't I? When we visited the Fighting Dojo in that random building, I immediately thought the first thing I would think of is like Tierno was going to visit there, and sure enough, he did. Hey everybody, let's go to the scary house. Oh, the scary house. Oh, scary. I don't like scary things. Maybe I don't mind the odd scary thing or two. The one by Laverre City? That's just a rumour, isn't it? Come on, let's all go find if the rumour is true together. I think I'll pass. I'm sure it's just a rumour, and I want to spend some time with my Pokemon before heading to Laverre City. Oh, okay, bye. So, is it really that scary? Let's go and see for ourselves, Tierno. There's always some reason rumours like that get started. Okay then, well I guess we're going to be checking out a spooky house next by the sounds of it. Why are you travelling, Jono? Everyone is working really hard at what they want to do. But I'm just all about memories. I'm kinda just goofing around. Just kidding. Oh, you do what you want to do, Shauna. Oh, and just like that, it's just started raining here. That's a shame. But even if it's raining, I'm going to take a sit on this bench here. Or actually, wait, can I go on a swing? Oh, it's a shame I can't swing, but yeah, I can actually sit on the swing. That's awesome. What would have been more awesome if I could actually, you know, swing around on it, but never mind. Oh, wait a minute. I just stood still there. Was I actually going to do a like some kind of sitting animation? Let me just stay sat here for a minute. Was I just going to do a little stretch out, like a yawn or something? Let's just wait. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, it was. Okay. I thought I was going to jokingly start swinging or something. But I guess not. Oh, there is a hidden item around here. Who would bury a super potion in the sand? I was going to say, there's probably nothing around, is there? But as it turns out, there is. Also, please tell me I can go up here. Please tell me I can go up here. Yes! And please tell me I go down the slide. Yes! Okay, best game ever. Best game of 2013. Yeah, it was 2013 this game came out, wasn't it? Yeah, I can get to go up the slide and actually slide down it. Oh, forget the rest of this journey. I just want to do this over and over again. Wait, can I go on my roller skates? Yes, I can. Wait, can I go down? Yes, I can. Oh my god, best game ever. Wait, I can actually... Wait a minute. I can actually go up on my roller skates? Wait, hang on. This is low-key the best game ever. Wait, let's do that again. Yeah, there we go. Okay, no more goofing around. Oh my god. Oh man. And Sean is supposed to be the one that's goofing around, but no. When I see something as simple as that, I can't help but smile. Ooh, okay, we're in a bit of a swampy area right now. Okay. Oh, there is an item. Well, it's somewhere around here, but I'm distracted by a Pokemon. Oh, Quagsire. Quag? Oh, I forgot to heal my Pokemon from our last battle. Oops. I forgot to heal our Pokemon. I forgot to heal our Pokemon. Hang on a minute, I need to head back to the Pokemon Center. Need to head back to the Pokemon Center. Okay, now that our Pokemon are fully healed, let's actually start doing some exploring, and apparently there's a hidden item around here. There it is, a tiny mushroom. Okay, fair enough, we'll gladly take a tiny mushroom. So Quagsire can be found around... in the water at least. What about in the grass? Ooh, a Goomy, another potential like dragon-type Pokemon. Even though I do have Gabite already, but... I'm kind of tempted to bring a Goomy with me instead. Oh... I mean, this is probably going to be overkill, but... Oh, it was overkill. But good to know that we can get Goomy around here. Oh, okay, I might actually be tempted now, even though I was thinking of Gabite, especially considering I can Mega Evolve you. But, having said that, I don't even know if I'm going to be using Gabite, or eventually Garchomp, against, when we get to the Pokemon League, so there is that. Okay, so we can find Goomy around here, which I guess makes sense, considering this is a bit of a swampy area. Carablast, okay. No, you know what? I'm gonna have a look and see if I can find. I'm gonna see if I can find another Goomy. I kind of want to catch one, to be honest, because I've used Garchomp before, I think, if I remember rightly. Oh, Shelmet. You know what? I'm gonna catch you, seeing as I know a there's someone that follows me here on YouTube who does their own remixes, and they've actually used footage from some of my Pokemon videos for their remixes they upload on YouTube. So if you happen to be watching this, feel free to say hi in the comments. Ooh, wait a minute, I think I actually caught it straight away. I saw the ball shake. Yeah, look at that. I caught myself a Shelmet. Well, why not, eh? Shelmet, the snail Pokemon. When it and Carablast are together and both receive electrical stimulation, they both evolve. Ah, interesting to know. Well, I mean, might as well catch a Shelmet, why not? But I'm really here for that Goomy. Now that I know Goomy appears around here, I want to catch one. Because I kind of like the idea of having a Goodra. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I think I've used, yeah, I think I used Garchomp before in my Pokemon Platinum Let's Play. I kind of like the idea of maybe using a different Dragon-type Pokemon. As I said, I did potentially contemplate maybe using, well, right now Trapinch and eventually Flygon. But I think I might prefer, like, Goodra, actually. But I can't remember. Is Goodra pure Dragon-type? I can't remember. I know it has a Hisuian form, which I think has another typing, but I can't remember if the standard Goodra has one. We'll see. Anyway, now that I've seen one in the wild, I absolutely want to try and catch a Goomy. I absolutely want to try and catch a Goomy now. Definitely want to try and catch one, though. Problem is, I bet it's one of those rare encounters, and I just happen to get lucky to find it as my first encounter in the tall grass. Come on, Goomy. No, okay, Skorupi seems to be the Pokemon to be found right now. Which is a bit annoying, but never mind. Hopefully we'll find a Goomy again at some point, but this might take a little while. Okay, that's... well, I was going to say, that's not a Pokemon I was expecting, but at the same time, it is quite a kind of a swampy area, so I guess it does kind of make sense that Weeping Bell appear around here. Also, I just realised, because it's raining, does that actually help Goomy, like, appear around here? Does it need to be raining for it to appear, or is that just a random thing? Ah, Carnivine as well. I guess that also makes sense. So we got Carnivine around here. Okay, now we're starting to see some Pokemon, because the last few encounters, all I've been getting was, Skorupi. Anyway, come on, Goomy, I want to catch you. Just ignore the fact that it looks like I'm... just ignore the fact that I'm just wandering around holding, like, a bloody, pair of item finders. Anyway, that's yet another Skorupi. Let's see if I can finally find a Goomy at some point. I'll tell you what, let's actually try having a look in the swampy bit itself. I can't help but think that Goomy might prefer it, so I might actually have a better chance of finding a Goomy in the water. Let's see. Well, we're seeing Quagsire. We definitely haven't seen you on land, so... considering Goomy, I think, do like the water, I feel like I might have better luck if I wander around here to see if I can find a Goomy. And sure enough, here it is. Okay. Now this time, let's not knock it out. Although that's because we did... ooh, hello, this one's actually a little bit stronger. Alright, you know what, we're gonna give the quick ball a go again. Let's give it a go. I didn't shake this time, so... might not get lucky this time. Oh, we did! Oh, okay, fine. Goomy was caught, alright, okay. Sorry to do this, Gabite, but I think I've got my new Dragon-type Pokemon. As I said, I've previously used Garchomp in my Pokemon Platinum Let's Play. And I kind of want to use a different Dragon-type Pokemon, so that's my excuse anyway. Anyway, Goomy, the soft tissue Pokemon, the weakest Dragon-type Pokemon. A bit harsh, that, isn't it? It may look the weakest, but when fully evolved, I think that's going to be a different story. It lives in damp, shady places, so its body doesn't dry out. Hence why it likes living in this swamp area. Okay, well, you know what? I think we are going to temporarily bring Goomy. As I said, it might be a permanent change. in terms of Dragon-type Pokemon, or it might not. We will see. But in the meantime, I want to train it up anyway, so I'm going to head back to the Pokemon Center, and I'm going to bring that Goomy with me. Okay, I have returned here once again, and this time I have Goomy with me. So let's have a quick look at your stats. As I said, I'm not 100% sure if I will end up sticking with Goomy or whether I'll go back to using Gabite and eventually Garchomp, but as I said, I want to use a different Pokemon, because I don't think I've ever used Goomy and its evolved forms in any of my Let's Plays. Or did I briefly use it in Pokemon Legends Arceus? I can't remember, but in terms of like proper main games, this will be the first time I'll be using a Goomy, so I figured, why not? Also, I did a bit of checking, and I believe Goodra, at least in this game, is just pure Dragon type, so no secondary typing on this, so that'll be interesting to see. Whereas the Hisuian form is also part Steel type. I also need to bear in mind, in order to evolve, like when it eventually after it evolves into Sliggoo, I need to make sure I evolve at the right level in rainy weather as it levels up. Although, can it work if it's like using Rain Dance? I don't know, but speaking of Rain Dance, this is perfect because this Goomy has the hydration ability, so that could potentially be useful in certain situations. So, you know what, we are going to give Goomy a go and see how it goes. Right, well, let's start exploring around here then, do some battling. Oh, and I've also decided to actually turn off the the experience share for now. Because honestly, I feel like maybe I am going a little bit over the top with some of the leveling up I'm trying to do, so might be worth just easing off a little bit with the experience share. Mind you, level 35, that is still quite high. Also, I might have to use Lucario. So maybe I will turn it back on, but I just want to give Goomy a bit of a boost before I potentially switch it back on. Yeah, you know what, might as well use Mega Revolution, and let's use Bone Rush. There we go. Wow, that really didn't do much. Yeah, 3 times. It sounds about right, although I know you are using Stockpile, which doesn't help. Yeah, if you didn't use Stockpile, that might have potentially knocked you out. Oh, you're using Swallow. Oh, that's annoying. That's going to heal you up quite a bit, actually. But your defense is going to go down, which is absolutely fine. So I should be able to knock you out with this bit of spoof. There we go. That's Arbok taken care of. That's leveled up Lucario. And High Roar. Okay. I mean, let's switch to Goomy for the time being, just so I can give you the bulk of the experience right now. Of course, I will be switching to Lapras in a bit. Too nervous to eat berries, that's fine, because I don't think any of my Pokemon actually have berries right now. Oh god, level 37, wow, okay. Okay, I might change my mind. Maybe I will turn the experience share back on. Just to give my Pokemon a little bit of a boost. There we go. But I'll still have Goomy up front, just so Goomy can have the bulk of the experience points gained in these battles. There we go. Keep your eyes peeled and you never know what you'll find, indeed. Any other words of wisdom for me? Maybe I'll try mimicking Arbok's dig move to create a hideout around here. Okay, fair enough. But either way, let's turn the experience share on, and I've actually registered it. There we go. It's much easier. Also, I might... Ooh, hello. I see an item. But also, we're going to get an awful lot of Pokemon encounters, aren't we? started to rain. I don't know if I can run away from this Quagsire, but yep, we can, that's fine. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, we just go around here, that's absolutely fine, but we're probably going to get a lot of Pokemon encounters from doing this. Oh my! That's a very flat Pokemon. Very, very flat. But not in the mood to catch you right now. Instead, let's just go up here and almost sink. Oh, all that just for a big mushroom. I would turn on the repel, but with Goomy up front, there's a chance we're still going to encounter Pokemon roughly its level. I don't think there's going to be any. Doesn't look like there's any Pokemon higher than level 32 at least. So that'll be all right. Oh, of course we couldn't run away. You stupid Quagsire! I'm not in the mood to battle you. I just want to run away. Thank you. Also, who's that I see? Oh, honestly, I just got myself out of being stuck in the bog there, and now I immediately get drawn into a battle. Thanks, dude. Nash. Oh, you have a Goomy as well. Your Goomy's probably stronger than my Goomy. But I guess that's fine. Oh, wow, yeah, level 38. That's kind of wild. That is actually kind of wild. Okay. Okay, body slam. That's fine. Luckily, we know Ice Beam, so this should definitely help. I can't believe you actually avoided that, but thank you for that. Water Absorb, very nice. In fact, I could probably get away with using a Surf myself. So trying to think what abilities you have. You have Hydrate, which is useful in rainy weather, and I think the other one, like, does it heal you or something if you hit by a grass? No, I think it increases a stat or something if you get hit by a grass type move, if I remember rightly. But I think Hydrate will be useful, especially if you use, I'm assuming Rainy Day would help. Perhaps I should engage with more living, breathing people. Nature and change? Am I evolving? Yeah, possibly. Also, yeah, I'm gonna put on the that's the medicines. I'm gonna put on the max repels. I should have quite a few of them. Also, I still got a lot of items that I need to sell. So that's something. Also, I should actually give the Quick Claw to Goomy, which could help. There we go, max repels. I bought a bunch of them a while ago, so I might as well use them for now, because honestly, I'm not too keen on taking on too many Pokemon right now. I've known forever, since my previous life, that we would meet here today and face off. Oh god, you're not that creepy person that I saw in one of the offices in Lumio City, are you? Okay, Litwick, only level 34, so that'll definitely be fine with me. In fact, Lapras, you're the perfect Pokemon for this. Memento. Oh, that actually... Oh. Fine then, just do that. Next up, Haunter. Okay. Well, let's bring out Goomy again, just to give you some more experience. Hopefully you get the bulk of it. In fact, after this battle, should be alright. Also, a Haunter, we've already battled you once before with that random person we saw in Lumio City, in one of the alleyways. Anyway, seeing as I have the perfect move for this Haunter, might as well use it, even though... Oh no, it did knock it out. Okay, I was a little worried it wouldn't knock it out, but nope, that's fine. There we go, that should level up Goomy, nice. I believe you level up at level 40. I don't think you need it to be raining, but I'm pretty sure it needs to be raining for Sliggoo to evolve into Goodra. I just obey. If that is what fate dictates, then I shall obey. Okay then. Also, I feel like we're going backwards here, so let me, well, not backwards, but we're certainly not going, like, that might be the correct way to go, so let's see if there's anything specifically round this way. Okay, we have an item. A cleanse tag, which sounds about right. Also, just someone just stuck a random gigantic sign here. Advanced tips. A Pokemon with I can't speak right now. A Pokemon with the Scrappy ability can hit a ghost type with fighting or normal type moves. I mean, that's pretty handy. Just gotta find a Pokemon that has that ability. But either way, I'm not too worried about that right now. Instead, we're gonna keep on going. Well, going around this way. Also, I have been neglecting to use the item finder, but looks like there's nothing major to be found right now. Ooh, okay, I see you, I also see a bit of a pause there with the emulation, nice. And by nice, I mean not nice. Become one with nature to understand how Pokemon truly feel. Okay then. Alright, read. Okay, 3 Pokemon, so this should be fairly simple. For us, your Pokemon should be fairly low leveled. Still level 35. But that's okay, we'll bring out Chestnut to take on this Poliwhirl. Double Beam, absolutely not going to do much at all. Let's teach it a lesson with a needle arm. Yeah, good luck with that, Poliwhirl. Nah. Level 37 Charizard, cool. And Fraxur, ooh, okay. Tell you what, let's just switch to Lapras. Because you'll get the experience points anyway, Goomy. I'll just bring you out for the beginning of the battle and then I'll just let you get the experience points from the experience share instead. Okay, Dragon Dance, that's fine. Speed rose, but that's fine because you're faster than Lapras anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And again, not that it matters because one Ice Beam was enough for Lapras. Thank you very much. And Loudred. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Let's actually bring out Goomy. Because I think Lucario will be able to take on this Loudred when I switch out, so I'm not too worried about Lucario taking a hit here. Hopefully not the same Loudred from Explorers of Sky, who's constantly being a loudmouth and waking everyone up. Most likely stupidly early. Anyway, we're not going to waste our time Mega Evolving. Let's just get this over and done with very quickly. Wow, you actually survived that? I'm not going to lie, I am absolutely shocked it survived that. Good grief, I cannot believe it actually survived that. I really need you to learn a new fighting type move, Lucario, because, yeah, that was kind of ridiculous how it survived that. Well, whatever, at least we beat you. As long as you have a deep connection with your Pokemon, there's no telling how high you can go. Indeed. Right, I don't want to go too far up this way because... Oh. Hang on, the item finder's responding. Was there a... Hang on a minute, I was not paying attention. Yeah, okay. Yeah, carry on using the Max Repel because I'm not too interested in trying to catch Pokemon right now. Oh, okay. Wow, this water's actually deep enough to actually surf across. Okay. Also, that looks like pretty much a buried item. A Hyper Potion. I'll gladly take a Hyper Potion. Cool. Thank you very much, Lapras. I'm glad I brought you along with me. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to bring Lapras or not, but As it turns out, it was probably a good idea. Oops, this way, that's where I want to surf. Thank you very much, Lapras. Let's go and grab another item. A damp rock. A damp rock? Okay, I'll investigate that at some point, but for now, let's just keep on... We'll keep on moving, because clearly, this is someone who wants to battle. Or not. When I look at the swamp, I can't help but think of poison. I'm sorry, that really wasn't a very interesting thing to say. Here, take this as an apology. Ooh, okay. We got toxic. That's always very nice. Toxic is always a very nice move to have. Oh. Hey, Shauna. Oh, is this where the scary house is? Oh. It's a lot smaller than I anticipated it would be. It is a scary house, isn't it? Well, I guess we should go inside. What? You're going inside? Are you all serious? Serena is off spending time with her Pokémon, so I guess we'll just have to go in without her and see if the rumour is true by ourselves. I guess so. Let's just go inside by ourselves then. Okay, what's the worst that could happen, eh? What the... Let's get started then. Who are you? It was a dark and stormy night many years ago. Lost, I arrived at this house and went inside. The lights would not turn on, so I fearfully looked around the house. Eventually, I made my way into the kitchen. There was no sign of anyone being there. I found the fridge, and when I opened it, a faint light leaked out. I could finally make out my surroundings, and I saw the faint outline of a man huddling in the corner of the room. I tried to tell him that I was lost and I was hoping he'd let me stay until morning, but when I approached him, the man suddenly screamed, "Stay back!" I apologized and continued to plead my case. "Please, can't you help me?" "I'm not talking to you," he shouted. I looked at this man in surprise. When I did this, the man asked me, "Can't you see them? Behind you." A horde of faceless men. Oh my. Okay. Also, the camera angle was a little bit weird there, going through that. Now then, since I told you a wonderful story that will always haunt you, would you be so kind as to tip me? If you don't, you might see something really scary. You're charging us? Even haunted houses aren't free, you know. Well, I mean... Shall I say no and just see what happens, or should I be, or should I actually, tip them? You know what, let's see what happens if we don't give a tip. Sheesh, let's get out of here. Huh? Is it over already? I wasn't really listening. Was that story you just told really true? Oh, well that was a bit underwhelming, but I can't help but think there might be something else to this. I guess it really was a scary house in a way. Well, I know you wanted to go camping, and that was kind of like camping, I guess. People usually tell scary stories by the campfire, right? I've had enough of dark places and scary things. I'd rather rehearse my dances. I'll see you all later. Fair enough, Tierno. Probably for the best. As it turns out, that was a bit disappointing in the end. What should I do next? I guess I'll go to Laverre City. See you later, DJ. Please compare Pokédexes with me again soon. I'll do that. Anything else you want to say, Shauna? No, you're just going to say the exact same thing. Well, I guess that's fine. Well, I guess there was not much to that place at all, unless something happens later on in the game. I don't know. But in the meantime, don't mind me, I'm just going to grab my item finder out because there's probably still some things to find. Although there are a couple of grave, stones here. Also, hey, revive! Actually, something useful to be found around here. Also, are we really that close to the next city? A spell tag. I should have expected that around here. Okay, so I guess we're much closer to the next town than I thought. So, I guess we'll be checking out the next town then. Well, let's go around here. I don't think there's anything else to be found around here. Although I will say, seeing as it's getting later in the game, it is actually getting a little bit hard to see where the darker spots are in the swamp there. So, yeah, let's keep on going. But it looks like we might be close to the next city. Oh, wow, we are at the next city. Well, that was quick. Huh. Boing, boing. Here, you can have this TM I found. Torment. Alright, okay. Guess that's fine. Pokemon hit by Torment can't use the same move 2 times in a row. Trying to figure out is making me crazy. Alright, fair enough. Well, before we go to the Pokemon Center, we might as well have a little wander around here and see what we have. After an Arbok uses Shed Skin, I collect its discarded skin to make wallets. Did you know that some Pokemon can use Shed Skin to heal status conditions? I do, and I tell you what, those Pokemon are pretty awesome that know that ability. My dad's older brother, that's my uncle, you know, lives in the Hoenn region. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I can't immediately think who it could be, but we'll see. I'm Gaddy. I have a scintillating story for you. Okay. Would you like to hear my story? Sure, but you're probably going to ask for a tip later, aren't you? When the weather is cloudy, it's so darling. Don't you agree? Oh. Was that it? That was the most underwhelming story I think I've ever heard. Huh. It would have been even ruder if you asked for a tip. Anyway, ooh, a clothing shop. You know what? We have not done it. We haven't visited a clothing shop in ages, and I've not bought any new clothes yet. Also, apparently, I still have a repel on. Well, I mean, let's see. Any items that could be more my fancy? I mean, I could go for a new look, but honestly, I kind of want to save my money for now. And besides, maybe I'll change my look before we get to the Pokemon League. I'll probably get a more flashy outfit, I suppose you could say. Anyway, was that the last person? Yes, it was. So let's keep on going. Pound sign? Laverre City, the city of otherworldly dreams. Okay. Also, hi. It's mysterious. So very mysterious. The ability called Pixelate somehow turns normal type moves into fairy type moves. Well, we got a Pokemon Center, so this is perfect for me. So let's do some healing. Good evening. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. Let's heal our Pokemon and go from there. Also, is there a gym here? It is a city, so I'm going to assume there is. And if there is, I'm just wondering whether I might want to do a little bit of extra training. Hey, here's Mr. Bonding. Feels like it's been ages since we've last seen Mr. Bonding. Something that I still haven't really used at all, apart from that one time where I just wanted to test it out. Anyway, neat, you've got a Pokédex. Coastal Kalos has lots of water type in it, doesn't it? I guess so, it is in the name after all. Man's grief brought the end, the lands did tear, Wartype finished in a lightning flare. Mon's rage brought the end, a furious roar, lightning crackled forth to end the war. Kalos' long pain was then no more. Well, that's cool. Anyway, what unique items do you have here? Oh, all the expensive stat boosting items. No, thank you. Even though, again, I do know I have some stuff to sell, but I'll probably wait another time for that. Anyway, what have we got here? What is this? Hello? Sorry to bother you, but I like little tiny things. Tiny Pokemon are the most interesting. Particularly like Pokemon that have a height of 12 inches or less. Oh, okay. Lucky enough, I actually have my Goomies small enough. Okay, I bet I get a way different outlook on life. Just imagining it gets me excited. Tiny things are super interesting. And I get a Pokédoll for that. Okay. So I can just get an infinite supply of Pokédolls if I see you every day. I guess that's fine. Also, I do see an item there, so let me just Aww, that's not fair. Fine, I'll have to find another way around. Presumably, there is like a hidden way through. And indeed, there is. Okay. Anyway, grab the ether and let's go. Oh, that reminds me. Did I actually remember to pick up the item that I remember seeing in by the Tower of Mastery? Because I saw it in editing, but I can't remember if I actually went back to grab it. You know what? I'm going to have a quick look right now. But I'm going to need my Star Raptor with me to check it out first. Okay, I did forget. Yeah, I think I said I was going to... well, no, I don't think... Did I acknowledge it in an episode after I did that particular episode when I found it in editing? Huh. I completely forgot about it, but this time I remembered. Is this actually a good item? A max ether. You know what? I'll take it. It's not the worst thing in the world. Well, I mean, now that we got that sorted, let me just hop onto Star Raptor and fly back to Laverre City. And yeah, sure enough, it does have a gym. I don't know if I'm going to be ready for this gym yet. Ooh, hang on, hello, Move Tutor. That's the person I want to look for. Excellent, yes. That will definitely come in handy when I try and train up certain Pokemon again. Especially when I come to trying to train up that Eevee. That Eevee I got to evolve into an Espeon. So that could potentially be a thing I'll do, actually. In fact, yeah, before I take on the gym, I'm definitely going to do some off-camera training and just to see what we have. But in the meantime, let's head back on here because I kind of forgot about the new animation for flying. Look at me, a show-off. Flying with my fists pumped in the air, like as if I'm some kind of pro. Anyway, I'll swap my Pokemon after because, as I said, I'm going to do a bit of exploring around here, and then before we take on the gym, I'll do some training and then I'll take on the gym. Also, yeah, this is like in the painting that we saw in the art museum in Lumios. Valerie, okay, that's her name. The maiden from a land with history, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a fairy-type specialty gym. The building that's part of the biggest tree in town is Laverre City's Pokémon gym. Actually, it's the building right next to us, indeed. Also, hello. My Pokemon is always with me, so I'm never alone. Fair enough. What have we got in here? Hi. Battle combo moves have different effects depending on the combination of fire, grass, and water. They exert great power in double battles and triple battles. Yeah, except we haven't had any triple battles yet. Do you still travel with a Pokemon a professor gave you? Of course I do. If you two have a strong bond, there's a special move it can learn. Want me to teach it a battle combo move? Sure, why not? Well, I mean, it will be... Well, actually, technically, Charizard can learn it as well. But what can Chestnut learn? Is it something like Grass Frenzy? Oh, Grass Pledge, that's right. What does it do again? Like, if you combine it, it would work. But I don't know if I want to teach you it right now. I'm going to leave it for now. But at least I now know we could do that. So I'm guessing Charizard could run like Flame or Fire Pledge, whatever it is. Pledge, rather. Fairy-type Pokemon. Fighting, Dark, and Bug-type moves are not as effective against them. And Dragon-types are not effective at all, indeed. So, Goomy would not be of any use here, thinking about it, so probably might prioritise training up some other Pokemon, at least for this gym. But I will say, even though obviously Fairy-type are strong against Bug-type Pokemon, or at least resist them, Scolipede is also part Poison-type. And plus, I do have the TM for Toxic, so maybe I could just be a dick and just teach some of my Pokemon. Toxic. What's this? I see. Perhaps a trainer as accomplished as you can get the most out of this. Ooh, Gengar, right. Don't know if I'll be able to get an actual Gengar, though, but... yeah, some Pokemon evolve when sent to someone by a link trade. Yeah, Haunter's one of those Pokemon. Yeah, same. I don't have much to link trade with, but of course this is an old game anyway, so I can't do that anyway. But, you know, it's cool anyway. Right, let's see what we have here. Hello. What a lovely little trainer you are. What kind of Pokemon do you have with you? Oh, your Lucario. You must really like your Lucario and always keep it by your side. Indeed. Greetings, greetings. As you can see, I am the head of the local chapter of the Pokemon fan club here in the Kalos region. It is my proud duty to grant effort ribbons to any Pokemon that are clearly making an effort. Let's see, Lucario is definitely making an effort. However, it will have to work a little harder if it wants to get a special something from me. Ooh, what about my Chestnut? Let me just quickly switch my Pokemon around. What about Chestnut? If it make an effort, but it has to work a little harder. Okay. Maybe once we get towards the end of the main game, I suppose you could say, maybe that would work. But anyway, let's keep on exploring. So no Move-Tutor lives around here, somewhere. They say that in the ancient days, man and Pokemon were the same. There's even that old story where a Froakie turned into a human, right? Froakie turned into a human. Wait a minute, is that subtly referencing is that subtly referencing Ash Greninja? Because if I remember rightly, I don't think Froakie's evolved form. I don't think it can actually transform into Ash Greninja in this game, but it can in Sun and Moon, I think, if I remember rightly. Not sure, I might have misread that fact somewhere. Every gym badge tells the story of a hard-won victory against a worthy opponent. I can look at a badge and tell you which Pokemon were with you when you won it. Oh wow, yeah, go on then. Let's hear the very first badge, the Bug Badge. You got the Bug Badge with Fletchling, and Chespin, and Litleo, and Pikachu, and Farfetch'd, and Riolu. Wow, the early days, eh? A whole team, you were ready for anything. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, nice of you to keep tabs of that, even though you could easily find out which Pokemon I used if you simply watch my older episodes. Pokeballs from the Pokeball factory are sent to Pokemarts all over the Kalos region. I mean, that makes sense. Oh wow, look at this! Oh my god, look at this building. This is so cool. It sure seems like my Pokemon is getting stronger really fast. Could it be because we play together every day? Could be. And in fact, I've been neglecting to use Pokemon and me lately, so might be something I'll do, like, in my off-camera, like, training sessions. You know what? I love really big things. My favourite Pokemon are big ones too. Okay, wow, you really like them big, don't you? But unfortunately, I don't have a Pokemon that big with me right now. Actually, did I catch an Onix? I can't remember. You came here to spend some time, didn't you? Maybe? But I had to pay, don't I? Okay, well, maybe I'll come back here at some point. I still haven't done the cafe properly, but... no, I just want to do some exploring right now. Also, I'm a little disappointed that the clock on this tree here does not work. Because apparently it's according to this, it looks like it's only 4 o'clock. I can guarantee you it's definitely not that. In fact, actually, it's just gone past 9 PM. IRL time, so yeah, that clock is definitely wrong. Also, what is this? Oh, is this the Pokeball factory? Oh, it is. Oh, cool. Question is, how much can we actually explore around here? Also, I still haven't found the... Oh. What are Team Flare doing here? Adults are talking inside. Scram, kid. Oh, okay. There's clearly something going on. Also, there is actually a hidden item around here. Oh, where is this bloody hidden item? It's here, isn't it? There it is. Oh, a burn heal. Considering this is the Pokeball factory, I was half expecting it to be some kind of Pokeball, but there is something else around here. Okay, alright. Well, we can't go into the factory. We can at least, wander around a little hedge maze. Oh, it's down there, isn't it? Okay, well, max ether, that's fine. I'll gladly take that. And let me go grab this item that's annoyingly on the other path. Also, I picked up something else, didn't I? Okay, there's a Pokeball. Although a box standard Pokeball probably not that useful. Also, oh, okay. I was gonna say that was a strong, like, that was some. This thing's got very strong sensors. Okay, sure enough, there is an item to be found around here. Not down this one. Not this one. This one, isn't it? Yes, here we go. Hyper potion. And I see an actual visible item, so let's have a look and see what this is. A max revive. That's always very nice to find. Very, very nice to find. Anything else to be found around here? No. Well, curiously, I've not seen the move tutor. I mean, apart from that person that was going to teach me, you know, certain moves. Wait, was that the move tutor they had in mind? Because if so, that's kind of disappointing. I've definitely checked out every place around here, haven't I? Huh. Well, in any case, at least we've made it to this city. The question is, am I ready to take on the gym leader? Honestly, I don't think I am. Also, did I actually go in this building? I can't remember. I think I did. Did I go in this building? I am losing. Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, you're technically a move tutor, but not the move tutor I was expecting. But either way, I think I need to contemplate whether I'm going to be ready to take on the gym leader, and I think right now, possibly, the answer is no. I think I might want to do a little bit of training first, but question is, can I actually go out into this route now before we take on the next gym leader? But in the meantime, it's interesting to see how a single discovery could change the world. With the recent classification of the fairy type, Pokemon type matchups have changed forever. They certainly have. And I tell you what, it still gets me sometimes, like the type matchups. I'm an old school Pokemon gamer, and even now I'm still struggling to remember what's going to be strong and weak against the fairy types. Also, what were you saying? I heard there's a person in Anastasia City who can read the memories of Pokemon. That's pretty cool. I met some eccentric ladies man in a cafe the other day. Turns out he was a professor. He told me a story about how long ago there was a Pokemon that was much beloved by its king and how that Pokemon ended up saving the king's life. According to the professor, the stories that remain from that time indicate that it was a fairy type. Ah, fair enough. Oh, looks like I'm being blocked here. This gate connects Laverre City with Route 15. Oh, I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to get blocked, aren't we? I have to join Team Flare. No chance, no way. Wow, even 5 million's insane, but no chance. I would never join Team Flare. Okay, well that's answered that one then. We can't go beyond that. So, I think what we're gonna do is I am gonna do some training off camera before we take on this next gym leader, and well, hopefully we'll do some training up properly. But as I said, do some off-camera training. Perfect opportunity to level up my Eevee, thinking about it, and see if I can get it to evolve into an Espeon. And a really strong Psychic type. Yeah, that could be good. As well as train up Goomy, even though sadly Goomy is not going to be that useful in this gym. But you know what? We can still teach it. We can still train it up a little bit anyway. That's no big deal. But I think I better do some off-camera training before we take on the next gym leader.